Hi. How's it going tonight? This is Dr. Dan Purser. Welcome to my Facebook Live. And we decided to call this The Hidden Mysteries of Glutathione and Skin Restoration. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
That's like the longest title ever, I think.
It's a beautiful
We
title.
could have just called it Glute or Skin. No, that's weird. So this is 9/19/21. I've been posting stuff all day about it, mysterious posts even, that you guys had to do some work on. It's really, we're going to talk about, well, first I need to make sure we introduce Jackson, who's over there behind the laptop.
Yes.
How's it going?
Good.
And Brecken, who's sitting diagonally to me, who nags me and keeps me in line.
Oh, is that what I do?
Yeah. Now, so I've asked you guys to play the theme song every week, and we get the weirdest theme song. So I'm going to play my own version of the theme song tonight. So, okay, this is really heavy, but this is it. So here we go.
Yeah, that fits with the hidden mysteries because that's a mysterious
It is
box.
a hidden mystery. Life is a hidden mystery. Medicine's a hidden mystery, isn't it? Well, the way some doctors practice, it's completely hidden. So can you guys tell me, can anyone tell me where that was from?
You'd have to give him a minute or two to catch up.
Oh, really? So here's the box, and it's got monkeys all over it. And guess where it's from? Can you take a guess, Brecken?
Didn't we do this on Facebook
Yeah,
Live?
you
Yeah, we
already
did this
did.
already. I'm hoping someone remembers.
Isn't it from Japan, Tokyo?
Nope.
You got it there.
Nope.
It's from the Hong Kong Disney, right?
Oh.
It is from Hong Kong Disney. It's from their Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the theme song for their Haunted Mansion. Can anyone tell me who wrote it? His name was Danny Elfman, and he wrote it.
How
That
is
book
anyone gonna know
was
that?
one of the last things out of Hong Kong, if you know what I mean. It cost me a fortune. That, not the book, but the little box. It's a jewelry box from Hong Kong Disneyland, and it was expensive there. And yeah, I got it direct from Hong Kong. Someone had been at the park. Otherwise, I don't think you can get them very readily, but I probably overpaid for it. But I love that box. And inside I have some pins from Hong Kong Disneyland from the Haunted Mansion. So anyway, okay. Now to keep anyone from having to live in a haunted mansion, we're going to talk about the new company we started about 8 or 9 months ago. It's called AoBiologics. And AoBiologics stands for Antioxidant Biologics. And biologics is spelled with an X at the end, not CS. So it's biologics with an X. So AoBiologics stands for Antioxidant Biologics. Biological companies or biologics companies are pharma companies that deal with natural products that have been ginned up or spruced up or altered to work better. And it usually doesn't work out that way, but they try. Or they use certain antibodies or other things. So those are called biologicals. And we have a biological, but what we do, we take antioxidants, purify them, and put them through our process. We don't alter them in any way. We do make sure they're reduced like our Vars, glutathione, and we bottle them. And so we've got our first AoBiologics product coming out this week. Actually, it came out last week, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Shingles. You like that? That was me. Jackson, you could have brought your flugelhorn or whatever trumpet. And
I
played
do
that.
have a flugelhorn.
And I have a saxophone. Okay. So we wanted to set up AoBiologics because I was really tired of dealing with all the fake glutathiones out there. There are probably 70 of them out there, and they don't work at all. So we just decided to throw ours out in the world and in front of the FDA to get it further validated, which is what we're in the process of doing over and over and over again. So that's really kind of why we set up AoBiologics. And then we started to realize, wow, we can do this with a lot of other antioxidants, and it's really cool what we do with them. You guys are going to see more and more super antioxidants come out from us in the next year or two or 3 or 5 or 10, probably long past when I'm alive. So I'm created this company for the ages. So we'll see how long Jackson and Brecken and all the other kids can run it, and their kids and their kids, hopefully. We're going to be private. It's going to be here in Utah, maybe elsewhere, Texas or Florida, probably be our next place we set up, and probably maybe over in Europe somewhere. So what this AoBiologics product is, Shingles, is really just purified glutathione without essential oils, without anything but glutathione, good old-fashioned glutathione. It's our Vars glutathione in spray form. And I'll show you how it sprays. Where's that other bottle? I grabbed this out of the... Didn't we have a bottle that we were playing around with that I dropped several times?
That we were filming with.
No, that's not the one I'm filming with for sure.
Well,
What were you using yesterday?
I don't remember. Let me go look for it.
So Jackson's off camera. If we suddenly get hit by a virus, we're doomed. So,
Starts glitching out.
Okay.
Start twitching. So
So tonight I'm going to talk to you about why glutathione works, how it refreshes and renews the skin, but all the studies about what it does to the herpes virus in a human. So we're going to start.
Why don't you tell them what's the difference between this and Vars?
Vars is in a oral form, and this is in a topical form.
Yep.
This Vars is for oral, and this is strictly for topical. Well, you could spray it in your mouth. It tastes glutathione-y.
Yes, you guys know what glutathione tastes like. This has no flavor masking.
But this one, it's really meant for just topical.
Skin
Yeah, and so
restorative.
I'll spray it on Brecken here. We'll try and get some in her eye later. I'm teasing. I won't spray it in her eye. She'll hit me. But her husband will. Okay. But maybe we'll spray it on Jackson and watch him run screaming from the room. So we'll use that later. But anyway, it's called AoBiologics Shingles, and you're going to start to see a lot of ads for it on Facebook and all over the place. And we think it'll be one of the biggest products for shingles, refresh, renew the skin, and that's out there. So let's talk about the first study. Have you already seen me post some studies tonight? So I've got to keep this within the rules and the laws. So I'm going to say a lot of things sideways. So just understand that's me being legal. So this is the name of the study: Evidence for Antiviral Activity of Glutathione in Vitro Inhibition of Herpes Simplex Virus Type 1 Replication. Brecken, does that work? Okay, never mind. It's on PubMed. Evidence for antiviral activity of glutathione in vitro inhibition of herpes simplex virus type 1 replication. I'm just going to give some quotes out of the articles. It's 22 pages long, I think. Let me just give 3 quotes out of it. Electron microscopic examination of herpes simplex virus 1 infected cells showed that GSH, which is reduced glutathione, this is reduced glutathione in this container, in our bottle of Vars, dramatically reduced the number of extracellular intracytoplasmic virus particles. Direct quote from the study. And the next quote: consistent with observation, immunoblot analysis showed that the expression of herpes simplex virus type 1 glycoprotein B, crucial for the release and infectivity of virus particles, was significantly decreased in the face of a lot of GSH or reduced glutathione. In the last quote, data suggests that exogenous, that means comes from without the body, you're spraying it on or whatever. GSH inhibits the replication of HSV1 by interfering with the very late stages of the virus life cycle without affecting cellular metabolism. Got it? Mm-hmm. Affects the life cycle of the virus without affecting cellular. I mean, it shuts down the life cycle of the virus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The next article, because we're going to be done pretty quick tonight as usual. Oxidative stress favors herpes virus infection in vertebrates. A meta-analysis. So oxidative stress means your antioxidants are much depleted and your oxidation's way up. This is also off PubMed. Oxidative stress favors herpes virus infection in vertebrates. A meta-analysis. So here's the quotes from that. Results based on studies of mammals, including humans and birds, how they study birds, I have no idea, show that 1, oxidative stress is indeed increased by herpes virus infection across multiple tissues and species. So that means they drop superoxide dismutase, they drop glutathione levels, all that, GSH levels, stuff like that. So here's the next quote. Our results also show that administration of antioxidants reduces virus yield, that means number, indicating that condition of oxidative stress is favorable for the viral replication. So you want to deal with oxidative stress, you take glutathione. That's the best thing you can do for oxidative stress. In addition, some antioxidants may be more efficient than others in reducing herpes virus yield. This is interesting. To what antioxidant could they be referring, Brecken? You have any idea?
Hmm.
I'm going to sneeze.
Double S.
That's not a hint.
Get away from the mic.
I turned it down.
Sorry, I don't have a virus right now. So what antioxidant do you think they're referring to?
Glutathione.
It's interesting, the study, I sent this to you too, because also resveratrol does some interesting things in the study.
Yeah.
But they think what resveratrol, really the way it's functioning best to help reduce your symptoms of herpes is to cause you to make more GSH or more reduced glutathione.
Interesting.
The problem is people either genetically, nutritionally, or age-wise just can't make enough reduced glutathione. That's almost always the problem. So you give them all the NAC and stuff you want or resveratrol. It doesn't really help the vast
Can't absorb
majority
it, yeah.
very much. So they say, finally, the comparison between resveratrol and glutathione revealed that resveratrol had a stronger effect than glutathione. But that's because resveratrol helps you make glutathione, which was really interesting. Glutathione is the most important cell antioxidant. That's from Hallowell and Gutteridge, 2007. This is a quote from the article. That was found to inhibit the replication of HSV1, interfering with very late stages of the virus life cycle. So herpes simplex type 1 is cold sores. Herpes simplex type 2 is below the belt. What they're talking about.
I was wondering what that meant.
So we knew all this. We'd seen what glutathione did to shingles. And so we developed a product called Shingular. It helps renew and refresh your skin very quickly. Soothes it too, and it's pretty dramatic, the soothing. I mean, it can soothe it completely after one dose. Would you agree?
Yep.
We've seen that.
We have.
Multiple-
Everyone's a little different, but
Everyone's a little
I
different.
would say when you have that active skin irritation, it's amazing how fast it can soothe.
Right, especially just the pure glutathione in
Yeah, straight,
Shingular.
Yeah.
So you just apply it, and the soothing skin renewal and refreshment occurs.
Yeah.
And all the structures in the skin improve too, and renew and refresh.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. All the structures. So when I say it renews or refreshes, I mean all the structures in your skin, like nerves and glands and other microanatomy. It really renews. Also, you got to try any skin problems that ail you. Try it on any that ail you, like burns, really bad burns, rashes, bug bites, any red inflamed areas, post-acne areas, and all kinds of weird skin problems. Not making any claims here, but just some really strong suggestions. So I'm not going to ever say whether it helps those things or not. You got to decide that for yourself after you use it.
Unlike someone, this is off topic, but someone in the beginning said they have dark spots on their skin. Glutathione is known for skin lightening, brightening, refreshing.
Right, and ours is the only one with U.S., Japanese, and other pharma patents around the world. And, so if it does indeed do that, it'd be ours that did it the best.
Yeah.
We have never seen that. I mean, I've never looked for it either. So again, not making any claims with that. It can help a lot of different skin problems. It's just functional Vars, glutathione, and spray on base without the essential oils, because essential oils burned people when they tried to use it on shingles. They didn't like it.
And other skin irritation.
And we have other plans for this. Now for shingles, how to use it and all that. Because I've already got videos out about this. Are they coming out? When will those come out? Any day now?
Which ones? Oh, yeah, they'll be soon.
Okay. The smell of glutathione, it smells like hot springs. Kind of weird little sulfury kind of smell.
Yeah. You guys know what
You already know what it smells like. It's not intolerable, but it's not beautiful.
Yeah, so when you spray it on, it's going to be like you're going to smell it at first, but it should dissipate after a little bit.
And your husband may come in because you're sitting there suffering from shingles, you're laying in bed moaning. Well, you won't be moaning after you use this very long, but but he'll go, what, you been to the hot springs too? You go, no, it's this, and then spray some in his eyes. Okay, so we'll go making snarky comments. I'm teasing, not spraying in his eyes. Probably be good for his eyes, but it may burn a little. So,
you get to try that next.
no, stop. I was joking.
No.
Really kidding. No, serious.
You're the new guinea pig.
So, man, somehow I went upwards instead of back. I went backwards. Being early to your shingles outbreak, use it quickly. Stop it before it starts. The quicker you can use it, the less renewing and refreshing and soothing it has to do, and it'll do it really quickly. Mm-hmm. So use it quickly. If you already have some around, it can really help. Use it on other skin irritations, like I said. Shingles may be the way you find it, but try it on anything.
I can tell you guys, we went on a family vacation to Florida.
Go ahead.
And I got roasted, like almost blistered.
This, really.
But just me personally, I got roasted, and I was in so much pain, and I was just being stupid, and everyone was like, well, you just need to take your glutathione and your Vars, you know. And once I was taking it regular orally and I was applying it onto my skin, it was so much more relief myself, like, than just being in pain, suffering from a burn. But that was my experience. So
you got skin renewal and refreshment pretty quick.
Pretty quick.
You're not making any claims.
No, I'm not making I'm just sharing my experience, my
Good,
own
because you can't make any claims.
25-year-old
No, we're not gonna make any
burned
claims.
skin.
Other than it renews and refreshes and
Yes.
supports and soothes. Can
It
we
was
say
very
soothe?
soothing. Yeah, it was
You
extremely
sure we
soothing.
can say soothing?
Yes, we can say soothing.
Our little FDA attorney guy said we could say that. Okay, the lingering discomfort takes more time to soothe the renewal. We're going to talk about that lingering discomfort and what it's really called. The instantaneous relief is not guaranteed. Yeah, we guarantee this stuff for shingles. Full money back guarantee for acute outbreak of shingles. It takes time. It takes weeks for the lingering pain and discomfort, if you know what I'm talking about, but give it a try. So, Brecken, pull your sleeve up.
Oh, I'm coming over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, tips and tricks on using Shingular. First of all, you shake well before application. Look at me, I'm shaking it. And you keep it in a cool, dark place, but not the refrigerator. You don't want to freeze it for long-term use. Then you spray 6 to 8 inches away. See, Jackson, can you see?
Yeah.
And see, it's really fine, a fine mist. Here,
really saturated me a lot.
Sorry, I know. I know you only need one sprayer. Just,
Yeah.
no, don't. Whoa, you smell like a hot spring.
Right in your face.
No, it's not bad. And then stay on a consistent schedule of 5 to 8 times per day. If especially you have shingles, clean the skin and clear it up before application. You know, you don't want any grunge on there before you apply the. Not that you'd have grunge on your shingles, but let it dry down before you place any fabrics or clothing over the affected area. Well, those pretty good tips.
Excellent tips.
Did you make those up? Is that why they're excellent?
Partly.
I think
No,
so.
they just are normal tips, normal things how to use it.
Now we're going to talk about the lingering discomfort, also called PHN or post-herpetic neuralgia, or chronic shingles, or invisible shingles, or shingles under the skin, or internal shingles. Has a lot of different names. This lingering discomfort could go on for literally months to years. Brecken, did you have me a question about that? It's incredibly painful for years.
What's the longest case you've seen when it's been like that, invisible?
That was bad that I had to prompt you on that. You know?
I was busy.
Well, you're drying off your arm.
Yeah.
Okay, because the shingle.
You saturated me.
I know.
You guys
I
don't
was
need
just
that much. He went excessive, so heads up. That was a
No,
lot.
look like you had milk on your arm.
I know, but it was good. My
Now you
skin.
got tons of energy. You'll be dancing the
I
night
know
away.
it's late at night and you just dosed me up. But with the PHN or the invisible
When one of the
shingles,
studies we were doing, 13 years.
13
There's a
years.
78-year-old gentleman had a 13 active shingles, and some PHN going on too. It was
Yeah.
crazy. He was in such agony. He
I
said he
can't-
wanted to kill himself every day.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. With
For
shingles.
13 years, said he fought it off, and then he got better within 2 or 3 days. Skin soothed, refreshed, and renewed.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
amazing.
It is amazing.
And all the structures in there. Yeah, it's amazing. So we've got videos of people that are reviewed and done that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's some good testimonials on the website we've posted.
So the PHN or the lingering discomfort can go on for years. 13 years. It can go on for 2 or 3. That one lady cried that day. When we had those investors here, that was crazy. So you want to use 5 to 8 sprays per day if you have that problem, or directly on the area. 1 spray, not the 3 or
Nah.
4 I just gave her.
Yeah,
Until your skin is completely refreshed and renewed, and the structures in it are refreshed and renewed. This may take anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 to 3 months, but it will work maximally eventually. And I want to reiterate that. It will work to maximally soothe your skin, completely soothe, and refresh and renew your skin and structure contained therein, if you know what I mean, completely. So, Brecken, you had a question you had to ask me again. Boy, you're just you're missing all the cues. Brecken.
What about herpes simplex type 1 and 2?
So I kind of mentioned that
Yeah.
earlier. They're sister to herpes zoster, which causes shingles. So yeah, that study I just read, I'd try it on that too. Give me a game changer, hopefully for you.
And what was the difference between type 1 and type 2 again?
Type 1 is above the belt. It's usually on your lips or face, your tongue. Well, not tongue. That'd be horrible. And type 2 is below the belt.
Gotcha.
So now, that's it. It's really simple to use. Renews, refreshes, and soothes. And it's quick. And we will overnight it to you too. Is that right?
Yeah, there is an overnight shipping option.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
guys are in a lot of pain when you're dealing with like active skin irritations. It's not fun. Those
Do
keep
we
you
have
at
night. Can we mention anything else like for people willing to do video reviews or anything?
We do offer a rebate
Yeah.
if you're willing to give us a review on it. Not just for shingles, but for any of your other skin irritations or
Yeah.
anything too.
Yeah. You guys can reach
Just
out.
reach out to
Is
us.
that a
And-
video review or a type review?
Really either, but we prefer video because we love seeing your faces and just
Video
getting your
reviews are
I'm going
good.
to post my email. If you guys have any questions about Shingular or anything, feel free to email me at this email address.
You're brave, Brecken, because probably about 10,000 people see this
I
video.
love it. Let's do it.
It can overwhelm you. So we're going to answer questions now. So if you have questions, start typing them in. If I can't answer them, I'll say so because we got to stay legal here and careful what we say.
I think it'd be good to mention again with glutathione levels. Wouldn't you say majority of people, like you said, as they age, as things happen,
They
your
drop.
levels deplete?
And that one article said glutathione levels must be 70 times higher than, or 70 something. It was 70 times higher levels than what you normally have to beat back and renew and refresh when you have shingles.
So
Renew
you'd
and
have to
refresh your skin.
uptick it 70%.
70 times.
Oh, 70 times.
That's 7,000%.
I never understand all that jargon.
It's not. That's called math. Brecken.
Jargon, math, I don't know.
Brecken, you got a 4.0 in college.
Yeah, that didn't mean much. I got my degree in entrepreneurship.
Well, entrepreneurship should tell you if you're doing $1,000 a month and you have a 700% increase in your business the next month,
Hold on,
how
let
much
me
money
text my
did you
husband.
bring in that month? Oh, you're gonna use your calculator.
No. I didn't know we were having a math lesson on this Facebook Live.
That'd be 70 times 1,000. It'd be
70,000.
70,000.
I
Yeah,
knew it.
that's a big increase in your entrepreneur business.
Thank you.
Whatever you have.
Yes.
So, okay, questions.
'Kay.
Real quick, we have a lot of conversation about NAC going on.
Let me explain this really carefully. If you have genetic issues, which I've told literally thousands of you when I've read your 23andMe or looked at your Pro 7, the one we offer, that you have genetic issues regarding your glutathione production or recycling, that's called redox or redox recycling, because glutathione all day long goes from oxidated to reduce, oxidated to reduce all day long. You want it in reduced form as much as you can get. But if you have genetic errors that prevent that, or genetic errors that prevent you from making them, or nutritional errors or vitamin deficiencies that impact your ability to make glutathione, or you're just old and crusty like me, maybe not Brett.
You admitted being old and crusty?
Yeah, I'm pretty darn crusty sometimes. So you won't make glutathione. I don't care how much NAC you take. Good luck. We've seen that in the ER because for years the treatment, and still is, treatment for acetaminophen and alcohol overdose is IV NAC. And it's a drug, and you get a lot of it, but it doesn't do anything to a lot of people's glutathione. It doesn't save their liver. Because I know one of our FDA new drug indications we're going after is to have truly the only functional IV glutathione out there.
Yeah, do you want to explain why IV glutathiones don't work currently? Because that was something people were talking about as well.
So IV glutathione is not very effective. I won't say it's completely ineffective, but it's not very effective. It would be used in ERs. It would be used in ICUs. It would be used in alcohol and burn units because of what it does. In kidney units, too.
But why is
kidney
it not
failure
effective
units,
right now?
because the water it's made in is oxidized, has air in it. The bottle that it's made in has air in it. And the IV fluid they run it in has the air in it. A fish could swim in that water and not die. But and we have the patent, so our patent covers the water being deoxygenated. So we're the only ones that can do that. So we're just trying to figure out how to get the money together to do that because we want to stay privately held. So, but we will do that. It's going to be Vars glutathione in all the ICUs, ERs, in emergency rooms and ambulances in the future, because you should start glutathione right away, IV glutathione with any detox or drug overdose or alcohol overdose, because it can save their liver and life. Especially acetaminophen overdose, which is number one overdose in the U.S. and Western Europe.
Crazy.
APAP over there, it's called acetaminophen here, Tylenol overdose. People take it thinking they're calling out for help. It's a really bad choice because instead what they do is they blow up their liver. It may take 2 weeks or a week or 3 months or sometimes just a day or two, but they're going to die.
Yeah.
They get on a liver transplant list right away, but they usually
Not
don't
enough
work.
time a lot of the time.
Yeah, so IV glutathione just is not very effective. Better to take our Vars or Shingles, because we know that we validated in our patents both topical and oral use that dramatically increased levels acutely, like that day. Yeah, and by the end of a week, it was massive.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's amazing.
So yeah, that's why we were awarded a U.S. patent, people. That's why no one else has a patent on theirs.
Yeah.
Because they can't validate it. That's why I'm saying that's what frustrated us, because all these people are like, no, our glutathione works, no, ours works, no, I called it background noise, because you get all these people jumping up and down, holding their glutathione up in the air. But the reality is it just doesn't work. Theirs doesn't work. It can't
never
work.
really heard about it much because it's just not.
Yeah. So IV glutathione sounds good, but trust me, it's not. It's
not at its optimal form yet.
Yeah, you want it reduced.
Yep.
So okay, next question.
You mentioned
That was
earlier,
really good.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier with skin rashes that might have unknown causes. Do you think that maybe this would be something to try
So
that
think
on?
of glutathione as it hits your skin. It's going to remove any toxins as it travels through your skin into your bloodstream. It's what it does. T killer cells cover themselves with it like porcupine does quills, and they use the glutathione. Glutathione's not smart. T killer cells are fairly smart. They'll use it to spear or grab anything that's sticky sulfhydryl tip. They'll use it to grab anything that shouldn't be there. And that's why on some rashes it can be kind of miraculous. And you'll be like, what was that? So, but you'll just have to try it because I can't make any claims.
Do we have Vars without lemon?
No. But we have Shingles without either. Lemon or
Peppermint.
peppermint. Yeah.
So this is the topical version. You guys kind of remember our cosmetic glutathione from a couple years ago. Basically, this is the better form of it. And
Will you come over and let me taste this? No?
Taste it. I dare you. You taste it.
I was gonna have you taste it.
No, you first.
Well, you're the
I
employee.
actually
I'm the
think
boss.
I've tasted it. It's just
Actually, your
straight
mom's the boss.
glutathione.
I'm lucky to work here.
Yeah, you are lucky to work here.
Right, that's what I've been told all the time.
I will say, this singular product is mainly meant, or really only meant for topical use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our formulating partner really wants to stress that it's only for topical use.
Yeah, seriously, I know. We're just,
I really-
we haven't ever even tried it orally.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So, might this be beneficial for maybe damage after radiation and surgery, kind of wound healing, maybe?
I try it.
That would really be our answer to many questions is give it a try.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how well it might work. I don't
Read
know.
all of his posts about the articles and glutathione, what it
Hey,
can
I'm just
do.
posting NIH
Mhm.
stuff and university studies, and
Is
what do I know?
Is glutathione effective for other viral issues besides herpes?
I think I made that really clear tonight. Look up some articles.
Some people got here late. Look at his other posts that he's been posting.
Yeah, it's massively good for several hundred different viruses, but I don't know that our Shingles is. It's never been studied for that. Not going to make any claims about it. So, not yet.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going through any FDA studies on that issue. Really good
Jody,
questions.
her husband has had shingles on his forehead and into his eye years ago, and still has pain like in and around his eye often, and light really bothers his
That's
eyes.
the PHN.
Do you think
I'd close my eye and see if it'll soothe and renew and refresh that area.
just give it time, consistent usage?
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 sprays a day. Let it dry completely, stand in front of a fan or something, and then you can open your eye.
Yeah.
Do not spray it into your eye; it would burn.
Don't do that.
I don't think it hurt it, but it'd burn.
Let's see. How important, this is a question about Vars, but how important is it to wait 30 minutes before and after taking Vars before you eat and drink?
I'll eat and drink up to 5 or 10 minutes before, but I do try to wait 25 to 30 after. I want to absorb every molecule. I have to buy this stuff too.
So one of the main things I always love talking to people about with glutathione and all other glutathione supplements is that glutathione does get broken down in the digestive tract into those 3 amino acids that make it up. And so all glutathione capsules and other things that you take
Yeah, they might eventually increase your levels a little.
down the road,
Yeah.
but that's the difference with a liposomal product. It gets right to work.
But there are other liposomal products out there, but they all screwed up somewhere along the line.
Not manufactured or stored in the correct way.
There are a lot of Me Too products that they copied off someone else. They can't copy us because of our patent. And we will defend it very aggressively. So if we see an IV glutathione suddenly that works, we're going to be asking questions.
What about this lady? She had shingles in her eye. She's still using a steroid drop to help control this. Do you know what she could do to help with the inflammation?
What I suggested just a minute ago, and taking a lot of oral glutathione, Vars, probably can get rid of it.
What's your recommended dose for glutathione? Like, do you recommend taking both oral and topical?
In that
depending on-
situation, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more you take, the quicker everything works. Yeah, because we're coming out with what's it called, defense?
Yeah.
Shingles defense, which is essentially oral glutathione that AoBiologics will sell.
What's the shelf life of glutathione?
Ours
Anyway.
is about 2 years.
If you keep it in a cool, dark place.
Yep. I
Not-
keep the liquid in the fridge, but don't freeze it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. But I actually keep my bottle I'm using by my sink in the bathroom.
That's where I've always kept mine. It's just in my bathroom.
No, because after I
cupboard.
get out of the shower, brush my teeth, do all that, and get ready to hit the road, I eat breakfast, do all that, brush my teeth, all that, and rinse my mouth out, and then I'll take glutathione, 10 squirts, and get it on the road for Vars.
Are there any interactions between glutathione and other medications,
Yeah,
supplements?
you don't want to take it if you're going through chemo.
So active cancer therapy.
Active cancer would not
Yeah.
use it. Here's why, because it'll remove the chemo. remember, it removes everything that shouldn't be there, and that includes chemo. It'll remove it fast. So, like chemo, now you're going to ask me questions about chemotherapy-induced peripheral neuropathy, all that. Again, I would just spray it on there and see what happens. I'm not going to say anything about that.
But he is. No, I'm just
Not
kidding.
either. Not saying anything.
Does oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, as it says on every supplement and every cosmetic product, consult with your own physician.
Yeah,
before
always
use.
consult with your own physician. Thank you, Jackson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you would not want to use it with active because it also help the cancer.
What
Only
about
time you shouldn't use it.
what about melasma?
I don't know if it'll help melasma or not. I have no idea. Probably not that. I wouldn't think it would.
Kind of in the same
You
vein.
deal with the thyroid usually.
Yeah, with rosacea or vitiligo.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people say stuff, but that was positive. But I don't know. Try
As
it.
with anything, guys, research glutathione on your own too and see what it
Yeah,
can
go to
do.
PubMed and
Studies.
look it up.
'Cause
Glutathione and
there's so
melasma.
much.
Glutathione and rosacea. Glutathione and this. Glutathione and that. It's really reduced glutathione or GSH that we're talking about here. But a lot of the studies kind of use them both interchangeably without being correct. They'll call reduced glutathione, which should be called GSH. They'll call it glutathione.
The GSH versus GSSG redox.
Yeah, the redox
Yep.
cycle. Yeah.
What about, do you think Shingles is safe for like a 4-year-old to try?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of already
Well,
mentioned.
remember, I used to do complex wound issues. We actually developed this originally for a fibromyalgia study.
Mhm.
And so you can go to fibromyalgia with natural options, the Facebook page if you have questions about it there, and look around, see what people are doing. But we use this a lot in the cosmetic plastic surgery reconstruction surgery setting because all these NIH studies showed that it should get rid of scarring. And not that I would say that it does, but it's very good. It restores and refreshes, remember, and renews skin. Renewing being a big part of that, we're allowed to say that. It really renews. So, if it's fairly fresh,
Mhm.
and you don't want a big honking scar.
Do you think it's okay if we can talk about why we have to be so particular talking about different versions of the product, such as there are different claims you can make with a dietary supplement
Versus topical.
versus topical
Yeah,
cosmetic
that's why we're being
claims
so careful. That's why I
Yeah.
keep saying keywords like renew, refresh, and soothe.
versus the oral version that you use as a dietary supplement. Glutathione is very well known for detoxification
Yeah,
and
serious.
anti-inflammatory properties.
Oh, man, massively so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And since we have the only one that works, and I'll stick by that. I'll go to court and say that. I'll say it. I mean, because if someone else goes after us, they'll say, really, prove it. You got a patent? Show us your validation study and let us repeat those. Yeah, good luck on that.
What if you have reoccurring shingles?
You have a low glutathione level, probably.
Yep.
That's what the NIH says, not me. Antioxidants are low. And glutathione is the master super antioxidant. All other antioxidants serve it, including ALA, alpha lipoic acid, and all the rest. Though SOD certainly is pretty impressive, and it's the sister or brother, maybe. I don't know. I think it's the sister of glutathione. Don't you?
Mhm.
SOD 1, SOD 2, SOD 3. Yeah. And we're gonna talk more about those in the next 6 months.
So funny.
Yep. Patents galore.
I'm just trying to see. We get a
Just
lot.
looking through studies. Yeah, we're really gone 39 minutes. So we're kind of over our time. So let's answer one or two more questions, Brecken.
Trying to find. People are kind of just asking more generalized questions too, but you can always watch his other videos if you want to learn about menopause, hormones, that kind of stuff. That's not really quite what we're focusing on.
No,
now.
not tonight.
But there's so many resources and other videos for you to look at. This one's off topic. I don't know if we want to bring it up, but would this help with the ALS tremor and quiver? I've just seen that twice now. No.
And there's that video on. No, I don't think so. No, there's that video on Parkinson's, on Facebook that everyone asks me about all the time. Glutathione should help that. I've never seen that. I've seen the video, but I haven't seen our glutathione ever do anything with Parkinson's. So I really got to doubt those videos. And I know Perlmutter is a great guy and all that, but man, I just doubt him.
Yeah. What about neuropathy?
And our glutathione is the max. Our Vars is the max dose you can get. It's the most dose efficacious. It's the only efficacious one out there, but it's max dosed.
Yeah.
550 milligrams for a full dose, because that the liposome carrier we use can handle no more than that. Go ahead, Brecken. What's your...
What about neuropathy? We've just seen that a lot.
Remember I said renews, refreshes, and soothes all structures in the skin. I'm not going to say it does anything for neuropathy. You got to draw that conclusion. Because it said all structures in the skin. I was very exacting about my terminology I used. All structures in the skin.
Yeah, and
Because we have several new drug indications we've looked at extensively that we're going to go after with the FDA and very shortly. So we've had a lot of people offer funding for us and stuff. We're just not interested in it this time. We're kind of swinging this all on our own. But yeah, I mean, we could speed things up if we did agree to funding, but we don't want to give up our company, so and our patents. So yeah, but yeah, that'd be some of the studies we're going to do, and we're going to do this for a reason.
Yeah. I think also I'm getting a lot of questions about the Vars. It's currently sold out right now. It's going to be back in a couple weeks. You guys can
You think
pre-order
it's a couple weeks or next week?
No, it'll be a couple weeks.
Man, it's just
Wishful thinking, but
yeah, if you really need your glutathione, can you get the Shingles?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's from a different company.
yeah,
it's all us.
yeah.
Still us, but
Still us.
it's
Still
technically a different
glutathione.
company. It's a different container and different, more expensive for us to make it and everything. But yeah,
Still great, amazing glutathione.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and we validated both topical neural use with our patent studies.
Yeah.
So you said what that means, but okay, cool. I love you guys. You're smart. You ask great questions. You're my peeps, that's for sure.
Yeah. Leigh Crocker said, "Keep inventing." Love for
Oh man, we have
Plus.
so many good things coming out. You guys can't
Yeah.
even
So
imagine.
much.
So it's gonna blow your mind. We think I don't know. We just have a big bright future for our company.
Be patient with us. Production and research and development takes
Still a nightmare
so
right now.
long, but
Yeah.
we're making it through bit by bit.
Some of you
Yeah.
already have seen things, and
It's
we're
pretty,
going. We're moving.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what we've seen. I'd call it. Well, we are amazed enough with the glutathione. We're super amazed with our other stuff we've developed so far. It's beyond. It's magical. They laugh at me when I go, "No, this stuff's just magical. We just need to say that. That's the claim we're making. It's magical." Yeah, well, you'll see
He
some
loves
of
it.
that in the next year,
Magical.
next 6 months probably. Okay, we love you all. Take care. God bless, and go in good health.